I'm amazed, number one, at the group of the brain trust that is part of the selection committee, and the amount of information that is known about the cars.
I liken it to Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, where all the people were books. Each individual had all this comprehensive knowledge, and that's the way it is. I mean, rarely is a car brought up on a screen where there isn't somebody in our little audience who says, yep, I know that car, it used to belong to so-and-so. And
the selection committee draws people from various facets of the hobby with an expertise in certain marques and eras and so forth. And we all sit down as a team and review all the materials.
Normally there's two members on each class who would go through every car, and they will probably make the initial recommendations, but it is a committee.
Oftentimes there are great debates as to the originality of the car. What did the car look like when it was new? Is it being restored properly? Who's doing the work? Was this part added or missing? And so there's a lot of discussion.
And the reason that's good is because the number of cars that can come to Pebble each year is very limited. We want the best of the best, and we want to make sure they have the provenance, the history, and we do that by studying, doing our homework beforehand, and relying on our kind of collective knowledge to be able to fairly look at each car and say, yes, this is worthy, and maybe that one isn't.
Our judging process really starts with the selection process, because we want to make sure that the cars are what they present themselves to be, and they're authentic and original.
You can't compare one year with the other, because we always have different classes, or there are some classes which are always the same, but we always have different featured marques. That's why sometimes cars where the people who actually send in their forms don't understand why the car wasn't accepted. It's not because it's not a great car. Quite the opposite. It just didn't work that year.
Generally, can't have more than 8 cars in the class because the judges in their time frame can't handle more than 8 cars, and even 8 is a load.
In some classes, there's 100 cars vying for 8 spaces, so it's really more difficult.
In my classes, the Europeans will break it up sometimes open and close, or early or late. It just depends on the applications.
In other classes, not as many cars have survived. They're more rare, and so you have a better chance of getting in. But it boils down to the authenticity, if the car really is what it's supposed to be.
More so than any other event, I think that the Pebble Beach Concours is really focused on trying to present the cars in their original, correct format.
We've stressed originality to a higher level. So the vetting process through selection has become greater. So I think the quality, and quality doesn't mean absolutely the shiniest or the perfect chrome. It means the best comes forward. And the best sometimes is a less than perfect car, but a better car.
Well, first of all, it has to be authentic and restored appropriately in its original fashion, or preserved in its original form. Some cars were incredibly styled and others were less so, and so some of them hit the cutting room floor based on that, some based on their restorations.
When I'm doing selection committee, a lot of it has to do with I choose based on the car and the quality of the car more so than the condition often. If the car is great, it needs to be out there.
Well, it's all about the car. I mean, whoever has the car at that certain time is the steward for that, moment in time.
And we generally wait 10 years, same car, same owner, before it's invited back.
Some of the most rewarding stuff for me is getting the cars that you feel the world hasn't seen onto Pebble Beach.
It's important that people aren't disappointed, that when they come to Pebble Beach they see not only the best, but things that they haven't seen before.
And we've had a couple examples of some just fabulous cars that have been in either a museum or collection for years and nobody knows, and to bring those out to Pebble Beach is really exciting.
In a way, it's like a symphony. It's like a song, like a tune. A class is like a song, and the whole concours is like a symphony.
It's like a music festival. You know, there should be something for everybody. I mean, not everybody likes a brass era car, and not everybody loves a Ferrari or a Duesenberg. So you bring them all there.
One year it might be AC/DC, and the other year it might be Beethoven. So in order to get the right notes together, you have to choose the right cars. And obviously some Beethoven notes wouldn't work in an AC/DC tune.
I'm surprised how many people say, I only used to collect this one kind of car until I saw that class at Pebble Beach. And now I have an interest in a different era of car or a different type.
So at Pebble Beach, you're getting together a crowd of people who are not only extremely knowledgeable, but who do not see this just as a job. They really love what they're doing. And the spirit at Pebble Beach is everybody is involved. It's not a job. You have to love this.